We interrupt this transmission to bring you the following live broadcast.
It's Wednesday. It's 6 p.m. It's the ThinkSoJoe Show! You know that music kind of abruptly cuts off.
I guess it does.
Where's she? We don't have a... Oh, there it is.
My spit guard.
Your windscreen there.
It's a spit guard.
It's a windscreen.
Did you know that you have a curly piece of paper on your head?
I have a curly piece of paper on. I do.
It was really exciting for a second. It was like a party hat.
It's we got this transparency paper.
Right.
And that's like the ends have little.
New phone. I got a new phone.
The ends are like just this little white like piece of paper stuck on the end of it to kind of guide it into the machine or whatever. Yeah, so like that's where that came from. It must have stuck to my headphones.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, so I went to Music is Art.
Yeah.
I did. Me and Brian.
Yeah, you got to see Brian.
I miss Brian.
We all miss Brian.
So I got to hang out with Brian, and we went, and it was the second year in a row that I went and saw a band that he used to be in.
Right.
Last year we saw Lost Elysium. This year we saw Breaking Solace. Hey, whatever works, you know. Hey, you know, it was nice to see those guys.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm sure it was.
It was, yeah, wonderful. I was, my plan was I was going to go see Inherent Vice and come home.
I know.
And go back out. You know, they don't know.
I know.
So I was going to go see Inherent Vice, and I was going to come back home, take a nap, and head back out and get over there around the time Tokyo Monsters was going to go on.
Yeah.
And which was 6:30. I thought it was at 6 for whatever reason, but 6:30. So I'm at the show. I'm at Inherent Vice. Nick bought a ThinkSoJoe Show shirt, wore it on stage.
Awesome.
I've never seen Nick Landers as happy as I saw him on this show, and it was mostly because his kids were out there. You know? But he was really excited. His kids got to come see him play and all that.
I'm sorry.
There goes your new phone.
This new phone is ruining my life.
I think you just dropped it on the floor. It's a good thing you got a case on it. And then I bumped into Brian, and I also bumped into friend of All WNY, Ted Powell, and I confused him with Chris Benbenick.
Oh dear.
Of you guys might know him from Tudor Lounge, but also of Coffin Hook. And I was like, oh man, I don't know why, you guys kind of look similar, and Ted's like, I'm not as big, and I'm like, well, okay, but still, like, you guys kind of look. Similar. And he goes, well, those guys are playing over across the river at 1 o'clock. Like, all right, I'm going to stay for Coffin Hook. And I texted you. I'm like, I'm staying for Coffin Hook, and then I'm coming home.
Yep.
So Brian and I walk across the river. We watch Coffin Hook. Brian's like, please stay. I'm like, dude, I'm tired. I only got like an hour of sleep before my cat woke me up. Like, no, dude, please. I'm lonely. Like, all right, let me let Karina know I'm staying through Tokyo Monsters, and then I'll go home, I'll eat, and then I'll come back for Kennedy Carpool and Wyatt Coyne and all of them.
Yeah.
And by the time I got done with Tokyo Monsters, because I thought they were on at 6, they were on at 6:30. We actually left. They ended up playing more than what they were supposed to play. Oh. And we ended up just, like, it was 7 o'clock, and we're just like, we're going home. See you guys. I bumped into Dewey from Wyatt Coyne. I'm like, dude, I'm not lasting towards your set. He's like, dude, you look exhausted. I said, yeah, man, hour of sleep. And so I came home and ate and went to sleep, did voiceovers. But anyway, yeah, so I got to hang out with Brian, and it was, I got to hang out with Nick Landers a little bit. And, we bumped into the dudes from Coffin Hook and hung out with them for a couple of minutes, just standing around chatting. And I wound up in the vinyl area with Brian.
Yeah, I like that happened this time.
The thing about me ending up in any place with vinyl with Brian is I wind up spending money, which is, I don't want to spend money. It's like, I really don't, like, but just, so I start browsing through some stuff, and I didn't see anything I wanted. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I went and just stood with Nick Landers while Brian's sitting there browsing. And Brian pays for some stuff and then keeps browsing and pulling out more stuff. And then he found Weird Al Yankovic even worse.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, how much? He says, it's 15. I'm like, oh, man. He says, well, you know, you could borrow it if you want. I thought he meant he was buying the record and was going to loan me the record. I'm like, what, you're buying it? He says, no, I'll loan you the money. And I'm like, well, no, it's not that I don't have the money. It's that I really don't want to spend the money. So I started, you know, browsing through some more stuff. And I came across a Bob Marley record, but it was new. It wasn't like open, and it was like $25. And I'm like, man, you know, Karina would really like that, but I don't want to spend $25. And then Brian convinced me to get I grabbed the Weird Al record. I'm like, all right, this is only 15, and I found this Jimi Hendrix record. It was a re-release of Are You Experienced? And I'm like, okay, you know, Karina will like this. So I'm like, all right, I'm spending, this is $30 in my hand right now. I'm not spending any more money. And then I came across 2 more Weird Al Yankovic at $10 each. And so now it's like, all right, fine, I'll buy Dare to Be Stupid and in 3D.
So we've been listening to some vinyl.
We have. I came home, we put on that, the next day we put on the Jimi Hendrix record because I went to bed. We put on that Jimi Hendrix record, and then I listened to all 3 Weird Al records I bought, and then the next day you're like, well, you know, let's listen to Jimmy again, and let's listen to the wrestling album.
Yeah.
And for those of you that don't know, that's a album that the WWF put out in 1985.
Yeah.
The biggest song you might know from it is Real American by Rick Derringer, which, of course, was not written for Hulk Hogan. It was actually written for Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda, the U.S. Express, but Hulk Hogan went on to use it for the next, 33 years. So, you know, so we listened to that, and it ended just in time for me to watch wrestling. So that was
it was kind
perfect
of brilliant.
Timing. Yes, it was perfect timing. And then my hook fell off the ceiling.
Yeah,
like
the
what
screen kind of flopped
that wasn't supposed to happen.
No,
those are command hooks. They're supposed to stay up there.
Yeah.
So I had to grab like a piece of like mounting tape to put the screen back up.
How it seems to have held.
It lasted through whatever show was on that night and whatever I watched afterwards. Yeah. Monday Night Football, I think it was.
Yeah, I believe it was.
It was Monday because last night I woke up at like 10 after 8 and I'm like, oh shit, wrestling's on. And then I fell asleep before it was over. So,
so it was really good.
Thank goodness for Wrestling with Regret and Mr. Brian Zane on YouTube for telling me exactly what I missed while I was asleep, which was, Becky Lynch beating up Charlotte again.
Oh.
Because, that's a good thing to see every week. I'm always happy with that. But
I don't know what to say to that. Because I really like Charlotte.
I know.
But I also really like Becky Lynch.
I know. But
you just like watching them touch each other.
No.
No. You don't mind, though.
I don't mind, no. I mean, we have both claimed Becky Lynch for ourselves, so.
Yeah, Becky Lynch is gonna ruin this relationship.
Probably. That's a possibility.
I'll miss you.
You can take Whisper.
I get all the redheads.
You get Whisper.
I want all the redheads.
No, you just get Whisper.
I have Take too.
No.
Please.
Tigger's not even my cat to give away.
So he's mine.
No, he's Madison's.
Oh, damn it. What about Snowball? He's reddish.
No, he's staying too.
No, if any of them are coming with me.
No, you can have all the cats that ran away in my dream last night. I'm keeping the 2 that stayed.
Is my mic cutting out there?
No.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
my headphones.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay. I thought you were cutting me out.
No, my hand's just on the board.
I know, it's always on the board.
Playing with anything. I don't know.
It's your fidget spinner.
No, my fidget spinner's down here.
Yeah, well, the board is like a fidget spinner, too. Is that the Batman one?
No, I don't know where that one is, actually.
I don't either. I haven't seen
around
it in
here
a long
somewhere.
time.
I'm sure it's around here somewhere.
You've cleaned several times.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably on one of the shelves or something.
Yeah.
So we just bought a thing.
Yeah.
We bought a vinyl cutter.
When he says we, he means Karina had nothing to do with it. She's just kind of supporting him.
Karina's like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Sure, do whatever. It's your money. I don't give a fuck. As long as we can eat and have a roof over our head.
But it should be pretty cool, though. You can do a whole lot of stuff. Like, it's not just for cutting vinyl, right? You can do, like, quilting with it.
Oh, yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. But
I might get down on some quilting.
Mostly I got it for, like, to make stickers and stuff, for, like the vinyl stickers. So, like, you know, if you've got, you know, you want to put your band logo on a coffee mug or something, I'm stealing ideas from Janie Crash and the Tall Men, who also do this.
Yeah.
But if you want to put your logo on, like a coffee mug or something, you know.
Yeah.
We can arrange that.
Slap that shit on anything.
Yeah. We got our logo, the All WNY logo is just about on everything. It's all over Scott's office. I saw last week.
Really?
We've got they're on my laptop and Ryan's laptop. Yeah. I'm sure Scott's laptop. I got one on the table behind you. There's an All WNY vinyl on there. Like, yeah, so those things are neat to have. So we'll.
Yeah, my sister has one, but she just got a new car, so she hasn't decided where to put it yet.
Right.
You know, this is like a big decision. It's a nice car. It's not like your high school or early college car.
Right.
Where you cover it in band stickers. Like, I'm so badass. You know, she's like, no, I want to draw attention.
I remember when I was in college and I kept seeing STEM stickers on cars. Ooh, remember STEM? That was a thing. Joe don't even live here anymore.
Where does he live?
I don't know. It's not here, though.
It's not here.
No, but they're doing stuff.
Yeah, that is true. They're recording, is it?
I don't know what exactly they're doing, but they're doing stuff.
They've been active on social media, correct?
Yeah. The first time I noticed it was they commented on it, or they tweeted to Matt Hardy, and they were like, "Hey, if you need a theme song," like, wait a minute, what? Oh, we have a message from Mark, and of course that means. These guys wearing pants, they're just falling off.
I love that one.
Okay.
I love it. It's artistic.
It's artistic. It's some guy whose pants are falling down. You can see if you watch the video, you can see my underwear. The 1,200 people who have seen that video now.
Yeah.
In the last 2 days.
That's pretty awesome.
How crazy was that? That was like, we're sitting around Sunday night. I'm like, hey, I got this idea.
Yeah.
And then I texted Scott. I'm like, hey, I got this idea. And then as I'm texting Ryan, Scott texts back like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And Ryan's like, yeah, I'm in. I don't have any suggestions for when or where, though. And Scott's like, we'll do it at your house on your porch. We'll do it, whenever you guys are available. I said, well, Ryan's going to be here tomorrow. Scott's like, okay, cool, I'll be there. And so the next thing you know, there's Ryan's here, and we're doing a bit for The Struggle Is Real. And the next thing you know, Scott's here, and it's like, all right, let's go to the backyard and shoot this video. And 2 takes, and we were done. I
can't believe,
it took me.
It's so silly.
It took me like an hour to edit. Like it wasn't even. So I did this entire 30-second commercial. Concept to completion within 27 hours. No, not even. It was 17 hours.
You're amazing.
17 hours concept to completion for this All WNY Awards ad that you see with myself and Ryan kind of fighting over who should win Best All WNY Show.
Yeah.
I really want to do a sequel where we have bands doing the exact same gag.
That would be really cool.
I just got to come up with a band with a name who would fit the gag. And so the first 2 bands don't matter. It's the third band that's going to come in and be like, guys, no, I'm thinking Mom Said No. Like, that's the band that sticks in my head, is like, guys, no, Mom Said No. And then, no, and the other 2 bands beat them up. I don't know, something like that. I don't know, but All WNY.
Oh, if the bands are doing it, though, instead of beating each other up, because we know musicians are fragile, we should have whipped cream pies for them to hit each other with.
Oh,
because
okay.
That would also be so fun.
Sure.
But
fun. The All WNY Award nominations are currently open. Wait, are we not on the air? He says we're not on the air. We're on the air. Oh, I'm on the wrong network. Oops. Oh well, we'll come back. Okay, now we're on All WNY.
Do we do the intro music again?
No, we don't need to do the intro music again. Thanks for letting us know, Mark. I appreciate it. All right. So that first 15 minutes will be available on the podcast. We didn't realize we weren't on the air. We were just talking about all this cool stuff. We didn't really promote anything, luckily, other than the All WNY Award nominations are open now. Open now through the 21st. So you have up until the end of the day on the 21st to nominate your favorite artists for All WNY Music Awards, or and also your favorite All WNY show. Just saying.
Yeah.
And if you don't vote for me, I'm gonna beat you up like I beat up Scott. That's basically what we've talked about thus far.
Or even more terrifyingly, like Ryan beat up Scott.
Ryan
was savage.
I saw there was a comment like, I'm gonna vote for Joe Kent because he's gonna beat me up if I don't.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh well, if you notice, it's not me initiating any of the violence. Like Ryan shoves me first, and Ryan punches Scott before I jump in. And but Dewey said, well, you're bigger, so it's automatically you.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, okay, cool. Now there's another butt for us.
Oh.
She said the first butt was very artistic, Mark, so you don't have to go back and listen to the podcast.
I like that picture. This one,
his socks are dirty.
Ew, you're right. He has like grocery store feet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm fixated on his feet.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like his ass crack is hairy.
Yeah.
Why don't you zoom in on that? I can't believe I just asked you to zoom in on that.
I think that's as big as I can go here.
Oh.
So, unless maybe we go...
That doesn't really help. I'm gonna say that's hair or poop. That's not a shadow. And so this butt gets a 2.
A 2?
Yep.
Wow.
I gave him a couple points for the back muscles.
All right. So he gets a 2.
Yeah.
All right.
His butt crack's dirty.
Yeah, and his socks too.
Yeah.
I don't have room to talk about dirty socks, but.
No, you really don't.
I don't, but.
It doesn't matter how much I clean the floors. We're going to have dirty socks in this house. I
don't have room to talk about dirty socks, but at least I'm not posing nude in dirty socks.
Why did he keep his socks on? Maybe his feet are even worse than his socks.
That's possible. Maybe he's got gross feet.
Maybe he has
maybe he's got like calluses and stuff. He couldn't afford a pet egg. I don't know.
Pet egg?
Yeah.
I want a pet egg.
I want one of those things too. We need to. Mark's not happy with that rating. He says that's such a nice shape.
It is kind of round. I don't know. I feel like I just don't like it. It just doesn't. They don't have to do anything for me, and that one doesn't.
All right.
There
you go.
I said it. I don't know.
We were talking about music as art too before we actually jumped on the All WNY stream, because I for whatever reason, I checked and I'm like, yeah, that's right. And then when Mark said you're not on the air, I'm like, oh no, I clicked on the Board Wrestling Fan stream. Oops.
Yeah.
Which the last podcast would have been Board Wrestling Fan, because I didn't do one Sunday.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking oh no, so the last podcast that was done in here was All WNY, and nope, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Because we did one the previous Sunday. We weren't here last week. We were in Scott's office.
Right.
But yeah, so I was talking about music as art. I got to see Tokyo Monsters were incredible.
Yeah.
We saw Coffin Hook were incredible. Inherent Vice were great. We saw Breaking Solace were Breaking Solace. But
they weren't. They were Year of the Locust.
They were half Year of the Locust and half Breaking Solace.
I bet they did pretty okay,
Sure. I don't even know how much time they've actually gotten together as far as...
but they know each other's music.
Sure.
They're fans of each other and they're buddies and stuff. So that was probably a good choice. for a fill-in band.
Sure. So we were wandering around. We missed Yellow Sauce. By the time we realized Yellow Sauce was even playing, it was like, hey, Yellow Sauce is playing at the dock stage. Where is that? Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, well, they played it. They're playing at 1:15. Like, yeah, we missed them, dude. Like, no, they're playing a 45-minute set. Like, yeah, dude, it's 2:00 right now. we even if they did play 45 minutes, we missed them. We found out they played 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We bumped into Ryan later.
Yeah.
And of course, Ryan Gurnett was at the silos all day, sitting there handing out flyers and stuff.
Yeah.
Which then the next day I was sitting at Stamps handing out flyers and putting wristbands on people. I hate that. I had this like Australian sounding guy, right? He paid to get in. He showed up during the second band after the third band. Excuse me, mate. Is there another band playing? Like, no, sir, that's it. Like, oh, okay, that's all right, And then as he's leaving, he says, we're talking about how ironic it is that a place called Stomps gives out wristbands. And I'm like, yeah, no, you're right. I don't know why they don't have stamps. That would make more sense. There's a big ball sack in this one.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's no hair though.
No hair.
Honestly,
big ball sack.
Honestly, I would like to take back my previous rating because a man's ass should probably have a little bit of hair on it.
So this guy is wearing black socks.
He's wearing black socks, so they might be dirty, but
you can't tell, right? This guy played it right.
I can't see the ass. I'm distracted by the ball sack.
Yeah.
Everything is clean. It looks like this man really pays attention to detail.
All right.
He probably uses a baby wipe instead of just toilet paper.
Mark says that Yellow Sauce is cool. Yellow Sauce are awesome. Cool. Ryan was telling me earlier he hasn't heard their stuff yet. I said, dude, I'm warning you right now.
Yeah.
Taco No Bueno is going to be stuck in your head for like a week.
I played that for my sister yesterday on her birthday. She fell on the floor. She did. She fell on the floor. And she's like, how can I listen to this? Like, I was like, I just pulled it up on YouTube. Like,
yeah.
She's probably going to play it at work or something because she loved it.
Yeah. Tokyo Monsters hooked us up with their latest EP, which is out now.
I haven't listened to it yet. Where is it?
It's in the dining room.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
It's in a pink case.
Okay, I'll pay attention.
Actually,
I'll listen to it later.
They hooked us up. They actually gave us both of their EPs.
How nice.
So they're all on one disc. It was, Earl really wanted us to hear it and wanted to share it and get some of the word out that they have a new EP out.
Right.
Which, of course, we are playing a new track from Tokyo Monsters today. There's a video. We're not getting to that yet. We're going to get to that in like half an hour. But there's a video for this new Tokyo Monsters song. And Joe is rocking this sweet mustache, right? And the day the video came out is the day Burt Reynolds died of jealousy. It is Tokyo Monsters' fault that Burt Reynolds is dead.
Guys, why'd you kill Burt Reynolds?
Because now the mustache is safe with Joe.
At least it's safe.
It's safe, yeah. It's he was growing the beard back in a little bit though when I saw him in music. I'm like, dude, you should keep the stash.
Yeah.
You should definitely keep the stash.
Not everybody can pull off a mustache without a beard.
No, I tried it once. I looked okay. You
had like the Hulk Hogan mustache, didn't you?
Yeah, but it looked more like Outlaw Ron Bass for my 80s wrestling fan friends listening.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, well,
but I've seen pictures and I actually think that it looked pretty nice on you.
Yeah.
I don't know, like
the only facial hair, like the only way my facial hair doesn't look good is if I shave it all off.
I mean, I've seen we have pictures of you when you're younger, so you don't, you still have the same freaking face, but, no facial hair, and you're adorable, very handsome. It's not like you have a funny chin that you should be hiding or anything like that, but I'm not complaining. I love your beard.
I know.
Especially when you use your scented beard cream oil stuff.
Yeah, beard oil, beard balm.
It's a treat.
I bought a 3-in-1 body wash, shampoo, conditioner, just so I can, so one, I don't have to keep track of how much is left in 3 different bottles.
Oh yeah, good point.
And 2, so I can wash my beard and make it look all nice. We still need to get to barbershops. And
we do, very badly, in fact.
We'll
talk about it.
I need to, I want to get all cleaned up so I can start offering video production as a service.
I know. And then maybe I can figure out how to keep it cleaned up for you because, your haircut is basic. It's just buzz.
I'm just thinking, if I get my head shaved and I can ask a barber, how do I stop razor burn?
Yeah.
Because that's my biggest concern is when I shave my head, there's, massive razor burn.
Right, that looks painful.
And that's part of the reason I don't completely shave my head bald is I don't have the patience to do that.
Yeah.
So I would probably need you to do that for me if I were to continue to do that, which I would like to do because there's no sense of me growing any hair. You know?
I mean, it's starting to go.
It's starting to go, she says. It started to go a decade ago. Oh, we got a Flitzer picture.
Oh.
There he is.
Is he eating pizza?
He looks like he's enjoying pizza, yes.
That's awesome.
That appears to be a pizza. It could be wrong. It looks like it, though.
Awesome. Awesome sauce. It was just Mark's birthday.
It was.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Yes, happy birthday, Mark. He sent me a message this morning. Said, funny story. Last evening I was walking to the bedroom and heard flap, 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 flap. Nice. Flitzer rarely comes into the bedroom. Looked around, didn't see him. Where'd he go? Oh well. It was a couple of minutes later. I heard the hood of my jacket make a sound. So he hitched a ride with me.
Yeah, he sent me that too, but I was at work, so I kind of forgot that.
I was still half asleep, so I woke up, I hung out with you, you went to work, I went back to bed.
I did feel bad for keeping you awake for a little while, now that I know that you went back to bed, I kind of think, fuck you.
I went to bed and I got absolute 0 done. Yeah. You're can you do this and do that? And yeah, sure, I got all that. And then, I woke up at 3:30 and I came in here and watched YouTube for, an hour. And then you're I'm on my way home. Okay, cool.
Better start that stuff.
So I threw the laundry in. I had already threw the laundry in. I did that part. Or threw it in the dryer. I didn't throw anything else in the wash, but I threw the stuff that was in the wash in the dryer. I did that at least.
That's okay. It'll get done.
I didn't get any voice stuff done. I've got a lot of work to do after NXT and the Mae Young Classic tonight. Yeah. Wrestling. Anyway.
Wrestling. I'm sorry.
Okay, there's 2 minutes till song break.
I can't.
I understand. Okay.
Tell me what's going on.
She said tell you what's going on. Yeah, she just rushed out of the studio. She'll be back momentarily. But we've got new music coming up today from a few bands that have, from a couple of bands that have just released new EPs. So I'm excited about that. Later on in the show, I've got a band that I read this article on Metal Sucks or one of those parody sites that was making fun of rockabilly bands and rockabilly parenting, and got Kickstart Rumble stuck in my head. We're going to play them a little bit later on. And also, we've got, just for the sheer fun of it, we've got Ish Kabbible on the show, music on the show later on tonight. But we're going to kick our music portion of the show off with a new track from the Isometrics, who, have recently, changed their name from, The Moving Image and are now known as the Isometrics, and this is a track called Cellophane on All WNY ThinkSoJoe Show.
Downtown, I turn all around.
the Isometrics on All WNY Radio. ThinkSoJoe Show. That track called Cellophane off their new EP. You can get that at theisometrics.bandcamp.com. Check them out. That's it's probably one of the more poppy things we've played on the show, but I dig it. It's pretty good. I've been meaning to get out to a show, and I just have not been able to. Just anytime they have a show, I've either got my kid or I've got something going on. So next time you guys play, I know you're listening. Let me know. I'll be there. I will try my best to be there. It's just me right now. So, hey, I got tagged in a post with Nick Landers, Brian, and Adam Foster. And we're all standing there just staring off to the right where off camera Tokyo Monsters are playing. And we're going to play some Tokyo Monsters in a little bit here. And Tokyo Monsters are also playing a show. Actually, we've got them on September 28th with, let me get you that information. September 28th, Tokyo Monsters, Virus X, Axed and Smashed, and 3 Green. That show at Stamps. That's a Friday night. And you can, I don't know if we have tickets available at allwnydeals.com, but check. I don't know. If not, I know the bands have pre-sale tickets, and you can get them from them for $5. It's $7 at the door. That looks like it's going to be a really cool show. Also, man, I clicked off of the information that I wanted. Let me find it. I lost it. It's gone. I will find it. Bear with me. Well, anyway. Yeah, September 28th, Tokyo Monsters. This is going to be a great show. Let me find what the hell I was looking for. Because I was supposed to pull up information, and then I had it, and then I lost it, and now I have it again. Instead of waiting till the 28th, you can also catch Tokyo Monsters. No, you can't catch Tokyo Monsters. It's not Tokyo Monsters. It's Twin Lions, which is a band made up of members of Tokyo Monsters. And they are playing with Overlook and XM Priory at the Evening Star Concert Hall to kick off a series of bi-weekly tribute shows to Greg Rinker, our dear departed friend and former sound guy at Evening Star. United, a musician's tribute series for Bubba, is what that is. And I believe that's a free show. A free show. They're going to have one every other week, starting with that September 26th show. Each one's going to have 3 bands playing 1 hour, starting at 7 p.m. sharp. The final band finishes by 11 p.m. The series is to honor our friend and express our gratitude for all he contributed to our music communities. Memories and stories are welcome during the shows. The first installment of the series will feature Overlook, XM Priory, and Twin Lions. And if you're a band and you're interested in playing, please contact bubbatributeseries@gmail.com. I mean, it's a Wednesday. I don't know if we're going to be there. We might. I would. If not, we'll be there in spirit. We loved Greg, and I know everybody else. Most of the rest of this music community also loved Greg, and sad to see him go. So, yeah, it's just me here. I got left to my own devices. That's always fun, and so. I just bought a vinyl cutter. I was talking about it in the first 15 minutes of the show, but we didn't realize we weren't on the air. So we're going to be able to make like stickers and stuff like that for bands and stuff like that. So I'll have more information on that soon. I'm sitting here babbling because, yeah, where's Lady Laura Moore? She loves when I'm here by myself and having to come up with stuff to talk about. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, more music is art was this past weekend. I've already kind of went over like my experience there, but we got to hang out, see some. We kind of wandered around. We saw this little children's area where they were reading stories to the kids, and there was this. I don't know if it was a little person or a kid, somebody in a little banana suit, and we're like, hey. there's the bastard offspring of Yellow Sauce's dear departed banana friend, Bob Paul, who of course died tragically in their epic fight to save the world from the Space Wizard, which, of course, you can hear on their new album, The Ballad of Bob Paul. And then we bought, like I said, we bought a bunch of vinyl. Brian spent way more money than I did, and I'm still complaining about how much money I spent. And I only spent $50. So you can imagine how much Brian spent. And we saw some DJs, we saw some rap groups. Brian and I were sitting there making fun of some of the bands that were playing, just their mannerisms, things like that. So the one band's up there, and they kept telling people, or the rap group, they're telling people, stay hydrated, stay hydrated. And Brian and I are just like, yeah, stay hydrated. And then they started singing a song about being about being frogs, and now they ribbit or something like that. I don't know what the name of the group is, and we make fun of you out of respect. So if you're listening, don't take that personally, because we were also making fun of the punk band that came up after you, and the different punk voices that the singer attempted to pull off, and it was singing about his telephone or whatever. So there's that. But yes, so we've recently announced some great All WNY events coming up. Of course, we just had this great one the other day with Mindy Davy open the night with Settlement and The Missing Worker, which was it was a pretty nice show, pretty nice turnout. So if I saw you at the door, it was nice to see you. And thanks for coming out. We appreciate it. I always feel old when I work the door at these shows, though, because it's like, all right, let me see your ID. Fuck, you were born in 1996. God damn it, I'm old. So it was nice, but one of the bands, most of their parents came out, so that was nice. It's like, oh, hey, look, people older than me. It's about time. And, but yes, so that was this past Sunday. Pretty fun show. The Buffalo Bills, of course, played Sunday, if you want to call that playing, which that was terrible. The Cleveland Browns have their best start in like something like 18 years or something like that, and they didn't even win. They tied. So that tells you a lot about the Cleveland Browns. Other All WNY events coming up. There is a dance party on October 12th. I don't have the details for that. That's Ryan from The Struggle Is Real's putting that one on. We've got Strange Standard Days Ago and a couple of other bands. That's going to be October 18th. That's a Thursday night at Nietzsche's. And the following week, on the 26th, we have the All WNY Punk Halloween Show with Shambles Cardboard Homestead City Powered Radio and Lucky 33. So come dressed in your Halloween costumes, and we'll likely have a contest like we did last year for the Halloween show. Also, October 20th, there's a show at Rude Boys. If you missed The Missing Worker on Sunday, they're playing with XM Priory on the 20th. So that'll be a fun show. That one also put on by The Struggle Is Real's Ryan Gurnett. Welcome back.
Hi, sorry.
I just had to babble for like 10 minutes.
I know, I'm really sorry. If it's any consolation, holy cow, I feel better. Good, I'm glad you feel better. We'll give it a minute.
I talked about the Greg Rinker Tribute Series.
Thank you. If anybody is in a band, especially if you've worked with Greg or at the Evening Star, in general, that is interested in that series, you can reach out to me on Facebook or, I think you can get to me through the All WNY site.
Worst case scenario, there is an email address that's up there. I relayed that a few minutes ago.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Thank you so much.
Yeah. We were talking about October 28th.
Which one is that?
Excuse me, September 28th.
September 28th with Tokyo Monsters.
Tokyo Monsters.
Three Green.
Axed and Smashed.
And,
so you're doing the same thing I do. Virus X.
Virus X.
Yes.
You know, I've never worked with them before. Their guy Sam sent me some music, and I listened to it, and I was like, you know what? I really like this. It's very old school punk. And I was like, well, you know, what if we just throw a few different kinds of punk together? You know, so this show's kind of got that feel to it, and it's at Stamps, which is a great punk show bar.
Sure.
So that's going to be great.
And then we were talking about up in October, we've got, between myself and Ryan, we have 4 shows in the span of 2 weeks.
What
there's a dance party on the 12th.
Okay.
We've got Nietzsche's on the 18th with Strange Standard Days Ago.
I'm so excited about that.
And a couple of other bands. We're going to release that flyer in a couple of days.
Yeah.
We're just trying to get a logo out of one of the bands before I make one in Comic Sans for them. No, I'm really not going to do that. Worst case scenario, I will modify one of their existing logos to put on a flyer.
Okay.
Ryan's got a show, Rude Boys with the Missing Worker and XM Priory. And, of course, on the 26th is our Halloween show with Shambles Cardboard Homestead, City Powered Radio, and Lucky 33 out of Syracuse.
That's gonna be so good.
You've seen my costume. You think I have a shot at winning this year's costume contest?
Your costume is awesome, and I actually thank you for reminding me. I have to send my mother a picture of you in your costume.
Great.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah, it was... I finally bought something that Karina's been encouraging me to buy for, like, months.
Are you going to give it away?
No, I'm not going to give it away.
Okay.
No, I spent money on that. That's staying with me. That's getting hung up somewhere.
No, I don't mean give it away like that. I mean give away what your costume is.
Oh, what my costume is? No, I'm just saying. I'm going to hint that it's something that you've been trying to encourage me to buy for months.
Yes.
Before a certain chain of stores closed.
Yes.
And I didn't get it, and I'm like, God damn, I should have bought that the last time I saw it. And
you know what though? This is gonna be a good costume, and I like this costume better than your Lucha costume.
Better than me being the Patriot last year.
You kind of creeped me out.
I was the Patriot last year just because it's like I could just throw on a mask and throw on like a suit, and like I put no thought into this. It was like, ooh, I could get a Patriot mask for under $5. So I bought the Patriot mask, and I scared you when you brought the pizza in.
Yeah. That was good pizza.
So this year I actually put some effort into my costume.
You know, maybe I'll talk to my pizza connection and see if we can get some pizzas at some shows again.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll go now into November and talk about Mohawk Place, Kennedy Carpool of Night and Light.
Can I mention my October 3rd?
Yes, mention your October 3rd because that's not on my calendar. That's not.
You didn't mention it.
I did not.
Okay, I don't remember who's playing. I remember who isn't playing. At the Helm is playing. Dave Michaels is playing.
Yes.
The Enderly Experience is playing, and Yellow Sauce. Duh.
Yeah, well, I could just, pull up the information.
I that's it. That's those 4. Okay. I have to edit the page because
I see that the other band is still listed. That's all right.
Yes.
We'll yeah. Anyway, so there's that.
That's a great picture.
I was going to say, you didn't see this picture when I was talking about it.
I love it. I want it framed.
It's all of, like, your favorite people all in one picture. You just need to, like, Photoshop your sister in there.
I know, next to Foster.
Yeah. But yeah, back to, in November, we've got Mohawk Place with Kennedy Carpool of Night and Light and Scarecrow show, plus one more that we're still working on confirming.
I have a band that I want to...
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about.
17th, Ryan's got a show with Pocket Vinyl. I don't know where that is. I don't have any more information.
That, I believe, is at Rude Boys.
Okay.
I'm really excited about this Rude Boys situation that I'm working with Ryan, how I can. And it's going to be an all-ages venue, which is really exciting because, I mean, where can kids go to play and to attend the shows? There's, Sugar City, but it's out of the way.
Right.
So this is going to be nice.
I'm looking forward to the Rude Boys shows. I want to check them out.
You know, it's an alternative space, but it's still.
I might. We're gonna have Madison for the one on the 20th, but I might drag her to that show. That might be fun.
That would be great.
Especially like XM Priory's on it, so
yeah. So we can go see XM Priory.
We've also got November 21st. That's the day before Thanksgiving.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe we have this show.
I am very excited about this show. Bravura from Erie, Pennsylvania, the Dreadnecks, On the Cinder, and the Scarecrow Show.
This is going to be a good one.
Oh, that's going to be a crazy, fun, insane night at the Tudor Lounge.
I'm not going to lie. I might drink.
You are welcome to. That's fine.
I don't need your permission to have a drink. I only need your permission if I have to borrow money to drink.
This is true. And also, the 13th of October, you can come hang out with us because we are going to be live on the air from Sugar City.
Yeah. Of
Night and Lights tour kickoff show / Halloween party. I might have to buy a second costume just for that.
You can't. Yeah, you can't.
I can't give away the one that I'm wearing on the 26th.
No.
Maybe I could get an alternate costume of that costume. I don't know.
Oh, that would be really cool, though.
Maybe. I'm just going to have to find stuff for it.
Look at Reese's in here.
Hi, Reese. Our cat is in the studio. Our cat is not
free zone.
Our cat is not supposed to be in the studio. Reese, go.
At least she's good about listening to leave.
Yeah. Usually she'll run right in here and she'll run straight into the to the vocal booth.
That's funny.
And then I'll have to walk over there, pull the curtain back, and then get out, and she'll run straight for the door. Got a fun month coming up. Like you and I are going to see Face to Face on Monday. And
Allison is going.
And Ryan is going.
Ryan
so it's
and
a
Kelly are going.
Triple date apparently is what I've overheard. So that's at the Rec Room.
I know, we finally get to go. Well, it just opened.
It'll be our first experience at the Rec Room, which is amazing because it took me forever to go to the waiting room once after that opened. It was finally you know what? I'm going to go check out the waiting room and see live band karaoke and support my friend in the, contest that she's in for the local terrestrial radio station, which she didn't win and I didn't do karaoke. People were trying to encourage me to do karaoke, and I'm like, you guys realize who you're talking to, right? You know why I don't play in a band anymore, right? Anyway. The 28th, of course, we've got that great show at Stamps, but I'm missing half of it to see Steel Panther. Because, Steel Panther.
I understand.
But yes, come hang out with us October 13th, Sugar City of Night and Light Tour kickoff show. It's going to be a fun night.
We should
it'll be me, you, and Ryan all on the air, and
we should figure out another game.
Oh, we're probably going to play some games. You're talking about more like the Warped Tour Bingo, right? Which was fun because we got a bunch of people to join in on that and win prizes and stuff and get their picture taken, put up on Twitter and all that.
Yeah.
We've got Social Distortion we're going to on October 16th.
I can't even believe we're going to that. Allison's so jealous.
I saw Social Distortion. I'm like, you know what? I've never seen Social Distortion. I've got to see Social Distortion. And who knows? Maybe somebody will get beat up at this show. I can verify that anybody that gets beat up by the lead singer of Social Distortion at this show will not be wearing Nikes. Geez, what is wrong with this country? We can't wear Nikes now because the black man who protested for equal rights is the face of their promotion. Fucking racists. We're not racist, we're Republican. Fuck you. You're racist. You don't want to wear Nikes because he's disrespecting the flag when he worked with a fucking military veteran. I'm being left to my own devices again. He worked with a military veteran to determine the best course of action when he had sat out previously, the previous couple of weeks, just sat down on his ass through the national anthem as a form of protest. And then he meets with this Army veteran / NFL player who says, no, this is the best course of action. I understand where you're coming from. But I don't like the way you're doing it. So let's come up with a way for you to do this that is still respecting the military. And that's exactly why Kaepernick was kneeling. And now you got these idiots. I'm not fucking wearing Nikes because that guy's the face of the Nike brand. And fuck you guys. Come on. This shit's ridiculous. I heard Eminem put out a new fucking diss today of MGK. You know what? I don't give a fuck. Because Eminem hasn't been good since the early 2000s. MGK's just some fucking random weirdo with tattoos who thinks he's a rapper. And now, these two are fighting about something MGK said, 8 years ago. Who fucking cares? That Eminem album sucked. The MGK response was a little bit better, but still sucked. I'll probably end up watching the Eminem video just because. But the funny thing, I was walking towards the Riverfest Park where Inherent Vice were playing at noon on Saturday for Music is Art, and I'm walking by the street that Ironworks is on, which is exactly where MGK shot his video for his Eminem diss, and I'm just thinking to myself, maybe I should take a picture. And maybe I should put this on Facebook with the caption of is this where I film a video making fun of another rapper? I mean, come on, guys. It's ridiculous. I don't know, man. This age of social media where everybody can post and complain about everything is just so stupid. I'm not going to wear Nikes anymore. You know what? Nobody fucking cares. I don't care. I'm going to burn my Nikes. Yeah, you know what? Guess what? Nike already got your fucking money. They don't give a shit either. Go fucking burn your Nikes. Try not to burn your house down. Try not to, don't do anything stupid like burn them while they're on your feet. Or, maybe do that because you're a fucking moron and we could use less people like you and more people like the people who are yeah, okay, that's cool. I don't even want people who are we support Colin Kaepernick. I want people who are we don't give a fuck. Okay, cool. The football guy who kneeled is on the Nike thing. Cool. Am I going to buy Nikes or not buy Nikes because of him? No, fuck that shit. Who cares? All right. Well, anyway, you missed my entire rant. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just seem to be my stomach's upset.
Okay. Well, I was just ranting about Nikes.
I know. I could hear you.
And also about Eminem and MGK.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Where do you stand on Nikes? What is your opinion? Do you give a shit who their brand ambassador is? Does that make any difference to you whatsoever that a guy who wouldn't stand for the national anthem is their brand ambassador?
That's so many questions. Wear whatever shoes you feel like wearing.
Uh-huh.
If it's a statement, do it. If it's not, you wear it because it's comfortable, whatever, do it. Fucking, the guy stood up for something, whether he was standing for the flag or, the guy stood up for a cause.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that this country fought for at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why everyone's trying to be silencing people for speaking out now.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go with the common opinion or you have to oppose an opinion. No, we can all just have our opinions. You know what? If you think that Nikes are racist and you aren't racist, or if you think Nikes hold black people higher than, I don't know, it's just so fucking stupid, all right?
It is. That's my point. It's
so stupid.
It's stupid.
As far as the guy being a brand ambassador, I actually feel like it's a good business move for Nike.
Mm-hmm.
Let
me ask you this: how much were you have I ever mentioned Nike on this show prior to all this happening?
I doubt it.
Probably not. So, hey, guess what? Any publicity is good publicity. Hi, Nike. How you doing?
Right.
Hope you guys sell some more shoes.
Right.
Like,
and some sweatshirts and shit. I will. I noticed a whole bunch of dudes in like Nike gear, like not just shoes.
Sure.
Like on the streets of Buffalo today. Like I never noticed it before, but all this fuss about it, it's like, oh, well, since you guys are drawing so much attention to it, and like I spent a good 45 minutes just sitting in a car trying not to throw up today.
Fun.
Oh my God, you guys, you know what I did at work today? I fucking puked all over a bathroom in the Larkin building.
Nice. Nice.
I had to clean it up though.
Aw. Well, anyway, but I like seeing these pictures of people who are like wearing the Nike pants but cutting the fucking logo off. Like, dude,
Nike still got their money.
Nike still got your money, and you're still wearing Nikes. Now you're just wearing Nikes that you've ruined. Like, you spent all that money to buy that name brand, and now you're just like, fuck these guys, and I'm gonna cut up my shorts.
Yeah.
And now I got a big hole in my shorts because I don't like that the black man protested for what he perceives are injustices. I don't like that. I'm gonna cut this logo off of my expensive shorts.
But at the same time, if somebody wants to cut the logo off their expensive shorts, as stupid as it is, they have the fucking right to do it.
Sure.
I mean, if we have the right to protest the way minorities are treated,
sure.
They have, whether they're right or wrong, they have the right to express themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck across the board, about Nike.
Mm-hmm.
And that is my opinion. That's all I have to say about that.
September 28th, you can catch the Tokyo Monsters.
Yeah.
Oh, with 3 Green, Virus X, and Axed and Smashed.
Yeah.
That's at Stamps, I believe.
It's at Stamps.
That is at Stamps. That's going to be a fun show.
Yeah.
That's and Tokyo Monsters. I saw the Music is Art. The band before them got cut short. So they got to, two bands before them got cut short, so they got to go on a little bit earlier than they were scheduled. And then I don't know what happened afterward, but they were still on when Brian and I left a half an hour after they started playing. And they're just like, do we just keep going? And they're like, yeah, okay. And Brian and I are just like, well, we need to get going because Brian had to get the car home and I had to get sleep.
Yeah.
So we took off. But they have this brand new music video. It just came out a few days ago, September 5th, as a matter of fact. And shortly thereafter, Burt Reynolds died, and I think it's out of jealousy of Joe's mustache.
Yeah.
In this brand new video from Tokyo Monsters called 11's, and here's the song right here on All WNY ThinkSoJoe Show. Tokyo Monsters 11s on All WNY ThinkSoJoe Show.
That is a hell of a mustache.
That was a great video, too. It's a fun video.
Yeah.
And, Joe, really, if you're listening, man, keep the stash. Seriously, it looks great on you, man. Like you pull that off well.
Yeah.
Like, I know I told you music is art, but yeah, definitely keep the stash, man. Like, my beard is, like, in my logos and shit now, so I can't go back to just the stash, but, you know, I can't pull it off like that. So, I mean, even if I could, I probably wouldn't, because it's like, nah, that guy's got that mustache thing down. I can compete on beards with a lot of folk around here, but like, not on mustaches with Joe Baldwin. Yeah. Again, 28th of this month. That's a couple of weeks from now.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe it's already like mid-September.
I know.
This year's flying by. Summer's gone, which thank God, because it's nice and cool out now. Yeah. Oh, Mark sent us another photo. Just suck it.
Okay.
With the Nike logo. So, Mark is of a differing opinion than I am of the whole Nike Colin Kaepernick kneeling for the anthem debate. So, you know, and I can respect that. I respect it. Just like, you know, I get where you're coming from. I just, you know, I disagree. You know, you're entitled to your opinion just as much as I'm entitled to mine, sure. And I'm sure probably some people tuned out when I said, you know, I don't give a shit if you wear your Nikes or not. You know, like, you know, none of this has anything to do with me being a 49ers fan, by the way. So, like, yeah, I you know, I thought Cap sucked for a little while towards the end of his tenure there. So you know, it's nothing to do with football. It's all to do with, like, his right to protest and do whatever. I'm being left alone again. So it's all about it. Like, that's all it is for me, is he's got the right to do that. And I will say, once the NFL stepped in and said, no, you can't do this. Yes, now that's something, okay, now you can't do it because your employer is telling you not to, and you are on the clock. I will give you that. But let's face it, if Donald Trump didn't open his Twitter account and say something, you know, just go off on a rant or a tangent or whatever about, oh, these football players, they're so disrespectful, blah, blah, blah. Half the players that were kneeling last season wouldn't have fucking knelt anyway. But, you know, that's neither here nor there, I guess. You want to wear Nikes, wear Nikes. You want to burn your fucking Nikes, they already got your money. They don't give a shit, neither do I. So, you know, do whatever makes you happy. You know, whatever political statement you want to make, sure, go ahead, make a statement. That's fine with me. But yes, I don't understand. I guess one of my Board Wrestling fan co-hosts commented on this picture saying, or me, saying, like, what are we talking about? He says, or me. I don't know. JT, we're not talking about you, buddy. I mean, we weren't. Now I am, because you commented. Ryan Burrow just put up a status an hour ago asking if anyone wants to learn guitar, so maybe I'll take him up on that. There's debate as of last week's show about possibly starting a pop-punk band. I got a question. Who mows their lawn at 7 p.m. on a Wednesday in mid-September? Because that's the noise you hear behind me whenever the noise gate opens up when I'm speaking. I believe somebody is mowing their lawn. Yeah, that's Karina confirms from her position across the hallway here. But yes, anyway, I don't know what to talk about now. It's warm. It shouldn't be warm. What? New Metallica shit. I pre-ordered the Injustice for All. I didn't order the box set. Metallica's been re-releasing all their albums, and they've been re-releasing them in these box sets. So, like, they started with Kill 'Em All, and it was, here's a $300 box set, and here's all this unreleased material from this era, and remastered live bootlegs and stuff like that. And I haven't bought a single one of them. And now Injustice for All is coming out, and Injustice for All is my favorite Metallica album. So I just, I didn't want to spend the $200. So what I did is I pre-ordered the remastered vinyl, and I also pre-ordered the 3 CD set that's got a remastered bunch of stuff. So that's that I'll get in November. I'm excited about that, but are you okay?
I'm okay for the moment.
Okay.
When I'm not, I'll stand up and leave the room again.
Okay. But yes, and Karina was like, yeah, buy whatever you want. So that's what I bought. And then I realized that, like, all these expanded editions that they've been putting out are available on Google Play. And, like your favorite streaming service. So I'm like, you mean I could have been listening to all this unreleased material all this time, and I just now realized this? Like, when Guns N' Roses put out that, box set for Appetite for Destruction a couple of months ago, I was all over that. I was listening to all the bootlegs, like, oh, here's November Rain Acoustic, and now here's November Rain Piano Edition, and now here's this, and here's that, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. I get to listen to all these, like, pre-release versions of all these songs, and now I'm realizing that these Metallica ones are up there, and it's like, now I gotta find time to listen to those.
Oh, jeez.
Like, seriously.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna one of these days when I don't have a shit ton of voiceovers to do, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna be like, hey Google, play the Metallica extended editions. Hey Google, stop. Before you open your damn mouth.
All right, here's Metallica.
No, hey Google, stop.
The angrier you get, the more it listens.
Yeah, we can't play Metallica on here.
No.
We're not allowed to play covers. We're not allowed to play, might have to beat up Google, like I beat up Scott.
Oh, jeez.
And I would have beat up Ryan if he would have actually managed to grab my beard. You see, he's trying to grab my beard.
No, I've only watched the video twice, so I don't have it all memorized and shit.
Right before Scott walks in, Ryan tries to grab my beard.
Why didn't he succeed?
Because I turned my head to see Scott.
How funny.
So he missed, and it was perfect timing. It worked. And then Scott crashed into the fence.
Yeah, this is why we can't have nice things.
And it's like, oh man, I'm glad that held up.
Yeah.
Not to say that Scott's big or anything, but like, I'm glad the fence wasn't. Glad the fence wasn't cheap because it was a new fence. My rent's already going up. Could you imagine if we broke the fence?
Right.
God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, our rent's going up.
Yeah, not bad though.
No, we're still paying less than most people around here. So, she gave me this letter. It says, oh, because of, increasing costs. Like, yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Like, you're paying well below market. Like, yeah, I understand that too.
Yeah.
There's always people like, oh, why are you paying so little? Like, I don't know. And I'm still paying cheaper than they are, so I'm not complaining about my rent going up.
No, not at all.
No, my landlady's awesome, and
yep.
we are committed to being here until we can buy a house. So
yeah,
or until I can buy a house.
I'm not buying a house.
Yeah, I am hoping to get my credit score up and good enough to buy a house, but
good for you.
Right now, I'm a ways away from that. My current plan is not to pay anything back that I owe, and just kind of let them drop off of my credit report.
Oh, that sounds legit.
I've actually got a piece of paper that's got the dates that all of my shit is dropping off of my credit report. I'm like written down like
solid plan.
Scott's still afraid to open Mark's messages to him.
That's great.
Yeah. Well, Mark commented on your photo when he said something about sending, there might be pictures of men mooning you. And I was like, I was going to say, yeah, and we'll forward all of them to Scott Leffler. And wouldn't let me tag Scott for some reason, so. I don't know what was up with that. That was weird. So this came up yesterday. I mentioned this to you. Paul McCartney said he and John Lennon masturbated together with friends.
Yeah, do we really need to talk about that?
Why not? It's
because it's weird.
It's history.
It's history.
It is history.
Well, I mean, they were, that was the 60s. I don't know what else to say.
Taco Bell was apparently voted the best Mexican restaurant in the country.
That's really sad.
That is very sad. I could name like 4 in Buffalo that are better.
Yeah.
And let's be fair to Lloyd's. We didn't like it because we didn't know what we were getting.
Right.
So I don't know that it was necessarily like this would have been better if we knew what we were getting. I don't know for sure, but we didn't know what we were getting.
I think it would have been better, or like to not. Yeah, what we got was fucked up. I don't know how people eat that.
Well, what we got was what we ordered, but we didn't know what we were ordering at the time.
Yeah, it was just, it's a fucked up item.
I don't like rice, and it was packed
gross.
with rice.
It was gross.
So we were at Music is Art, and Brian and I had Lloyd 2 years ago at Music is Art when he was in Lost Elysium, and he was going to also be filling in for Transgender Jesus from New York City.
Oh.
And I was going to be a part of that stage show that unfortunately got rained out.
Oh.
But Brian and I were like, well, let's eat before we do this. And Lloyd's was right there, so we went to Lloyd's. This is back in the Delaware Park days of Music is Art. Mm-hmm. Went to Lloyd's, we got our food, and we didn't particularly care for the food.
Oh.
But that was from the food truck, so I'm saying that the restaurant was better than the food truck. I'll give you that.
Okay.
So this year we're over. All the food trucks are over by the Riverfest Park on this side of the river, as opposed to the Riverworks side. And so we went to Fat Bob's. Fat Bob's had a food truck there, so we went there instead of Lloyd's. And meanwhile, Ryan Burrow from Yellow Sauce, he was, I'm sure, buying a burrito from Lloyd's.
Oh.
Because if we know one thing about Yellow Sauce, it's that they prefer burritos over tacos.
Yep.
But he was buying a burrito, and Brian and I were at the next truck, and he's like, come over here, and we're like, no, you come over here. The food I got a pulled chicken sandwich from Fat Bob's. It was pretty good.
Yeah. It
was pretty good, but then there were bees flying right all around our food. Luckily, mostly on Brian's food, because I am terrified of bees.
Are you allergic?
I'm not allergic. I'm just, they freak me out.
Yeah, they're kind of creepy.
I don't like bees. Like, there used to be a WCW video game back in the day on the PlayStation, and one of the hidden levels was a beehive.
Oh.
So there's this wrestling ring right in the middle of a beehive, complete with bees. Like giant bees flying around, and I couldn't play that level. I played it once. I'm like, nope.
Oh, wow.
That's enough of that. Like, they're buzzing and shit, too. I'm like, nope. Like, I'm not as afraid of bees as I used to be. Like, I used to be terrified. I got stung, like, last year. I'm like, I didn't even see the bee that stung me. I just knew I got stung, and I'm like, where the hell did this hole in my arm come from? Like, it hurts, but it's not, like, super painful. It's not as bad as I remember a bee sting being. But I never liked bees ever since, like, the first time I ever got stung when I was a kid. So, to have bees, I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to finish this, and I'm going to throw my garbage right in the trash. And then the other thing was, like, my drink was a can of brisk iced tea.
Oh.
So I'm like, yeah, I need to drink this as quickly as possible once I open it.
Mm-hmm.
With these bees hanging around.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, I was talking about, while you were out of the room, Brian and I making fun of some of the bands at Music is Art.
Oh.
Sitting there, and, there was this rap group we were making fun of, and then there was this, punk band that came on after them. They were singing about the telephone, and we're just, like, making fun of the lyrics of that song, and the next song, the guy starts singing like he was Danzig or something. I'm like, this is my Danzig voice!
Oh, jeez.
And then Breaking Solace came on. Did we make fun of them? That's up for you guys to decide. I don't think we made fun of them. I don't think we did. We just, shared a video on Facebook.
All you did was provide information. You didn't
I did. I was asked for a video, and I provided one. Yeah. And then whether other people made fun of Breaking Solace or not, that's anybody's guess. I did not make fun of Breaking Solace. Brian was singing along. Brian's sitting in the crowd with me. He's singing along.
It would be hard not to.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was in the band for a cup of coffee, There's this great picture of us all watching Tokyo Monsters put up by JP Digital.
Really?
On Facebook, yeah. This is
cool.
It's Josh Pewitt, the drummer of Inherent Vice. Yeah.
Is he just the fill-in drummer, or is he back?
I believe he's back. However, this is the only Inherent Vice show currently booked. Was this past Saturday at Music is Art. They are doing other stuff.
Yeah.
They will be back probably in the spring, is what I'm told.
See, I got a message from Nick Landers today, and it was when I was at work, so I only glanced at it, and it was about plans for IV, and I can't remember the details because I just glanced at it and, had about 2 minutes between work and the show.
That's great. See, you got Joe's growing back the beard. We're looking at some of these JP Digital pictures here from Music. Joe's growing back the beard.
I think either way is okay.
I like the mustache. I think the mustache. There's not enough people in the Buffalo music scene rocking a sweet mustache like that.
You're right.
So I think and then of course you got your guitar player who also has a full beard.
Right.
You got Earl, who's kind of got a beard.
Yeah.
Everybody in the band has beards. The drummer's got a nice, nicely trimmed beard.
He does.
Don't grow a beard, man. Grow the mustache. Be different. Do it.
Stand out in the crowd.
Yeah. You can see that artwork from the lady that was making the. She was doing some art on the stage behind, off to the side, actually. These female form, plastic cast things, and she was drawing on them with Sharpies. And
I think they're mannequins.
Yeah, I'm sure
they're not full mannequins.
Half mannequins.
Clothing mannequins.
Yeah, half mannequins.
Yeah. with stumps for legs and arms.
We bumped into some artists that we knew this year, which was nice for me because usually I'm there and I see all the bands. And I walk by the art, and I don't know the artists. This year, of course, I bumped into Lisa Nudo, who did that great backdrop for Warped Tour that our logo is hidden in the window of one of the venues on.
Yeah.
We've got a print of that hanging up in our hallway here. And I was like, Brian, did you see the banner, the backdrop for Warped Tour? And he goes, no. I said, dude, I got a print at home. I'll show you. But she happened to have one on her table. I'm like, oh, here it is here. I said, this is Lisa. She's the one that painted that. So she, it was nice to see her. She was up on this, this catwalk thing, and she was up there selling art. She said she was doing well. She was selling. Actually, no, I believe she was downstairs. Actually, right when you get down off the stairs from the catwalk thing. Said she sold some stuff. I bumped into Scott's friend, who was Michelle. She was selling art there too.
Oh, Michelle.
Yeah, she was there. Of course, I mentioned earlier, we bumped into the guy selling tons of vintage vinyl.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I was very happy to get 3 Weird Al Yankovic records for a total of $35 for the 3 records.
That is a really good.
As opposed to the last time I went to a record store with Brian and walked out with a single $35 vinyl.
What was that, Zombie?
That was White Zombie.
Yeah.
It was worth it. You know what I should have looked for was Korn Follow the Leader.
Yeah.
I want to get that on vinyl. Mostly because I want that artwork in that size.
Yeah.
I used to have a big, you ever see those flags with, the album covers on them?
Yeah.
The fabric posters, they're called?
Yeah.
I used to have that.
Mm.
I used to have a bunch of, Korn and Metallica ones.
Of course.
And, Did
you have any AC/DC?
No.
Guns N' Roses?
No.
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 Kiss?
No. Why would I have Kiss? By the way, if you guys, if you guys are a fan of Gene Simmons, he's going to be signing soda bottles at 7-Eleven in Niagara Falls.
That's so crazy. Why the fuck?
Let me find the information on this. This is absolutely 100% true. This is not something I'm making up. This is not something that the internet made up. This is absolutely, like, somebody went into the store and asked and they confirmed. This is a 100% accurate thing, is that Gene Simmons is going to be signing soda bottles. Actually, it's probably like the cardboard box that goes around the soda bottles. He's going to be signing those on, I don't know if it's tomorrow or if it's next Thursday or what the deal is, but at the 7-Eleven on Hyde Park Boulevard in Niagara Falls, which is literally right around the corner from where I grew up. You know what? It's not in my timeline. I put it in Board Wrestling Fan because we always make fun of Gene Simmons on our show. So Thursday, September 13th. This is tomorrow. From 2:30 to 4 p.m., meet Gene Simmons at the 7-Eleven on Hyde Park Boulevard, 2310 Hyde Park Boulevard. A $20 cash donation will get you a money bag soda 4-pack signed by Gene Simmons himself.
What if you're thirsty?
You can drink the soda.
Why would you spend $20 for soda that you're going to drink and not save?
I don't know.
That better be amazing soda.
I don't know anything about it, but I guess from what I understand, the soda is made by Johnny Ryan.
Oh, so it probably is pretty good.
I'm sure it's pretty good. It's Gene Simmons branded. It's money bag soda.
Yeah.
This is all 100% accurate information I'm giving you. This is not like me making shit up for the air. This is 100% true. Niagara Falls, New York, tomorrow afternoon, 2:30 to 4 p.m. Meet Gene Simmons at 7-Eleven on Hyde Park Boulevard.
Do you think he's ever been to Niagara Falls before?
Kiss played Niagara Falls a couple of years ago.
Did they?
It was last year. It was the same night as the John Stamos birthday bash.
Oh.
That Kiss played Niagara Falls last. They've played a couple of times there.
Well,
so yes, Gene Simmons
Why didn't they go to a real city?
I don't know. This 7-Eleven is not your normal 7-Eleven either. This is it used to be Tops. And then they're like, okay, well, we're changing what Tops is, so we're going to make this a Wilson Farms. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, Wilson Farms all closed out and were bought out by 7-Eleven, and so now it's a 7-Eleven. It's literally like, you remember I was telling you, like, when we bought that big box full of potato chips?
Yes.
And I was telling you I used to walk to Wilson Farms.
Yes.
And I would buy, like, the Troyer Farms salt and vinegar chips. Mm-hmm. And I'd come home and I'd sit and eat an entire bag of salt and vinegar chips watching Monday Night Raw when I was a teenager. That's the store. That is the exact store. It is right around the corner from where I grew up.
Wow.
I'm not going. Because fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit.
I'm not a fan of Kiss. I always make fun of Kiss fans because their only number one hit was the disco anthem "I Was Made for Loving You," and yeah. So yeah, that's. But if you are a Kiss fan, there you go. Something
to do on a Thursday night.
Your hero is going to be at 7-Eleven tomorrow. Could you imagine, like if your favorite musician was like, hey, I'm going to be signing autographs at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. That's actually really cool. But,
it's awesome if you're, like that would be awesome, I think, if, James Hetfield was signing autographs at Buzz&Bee or something,
yeah, that's what it's like, though.
But it's like, no, you're a rock star. You're untouchable. What the fuck are you doing signing autographs at a 7-Eleven? I understand you're charging $20 a piece and you're a marketing genius because, let's face it, you're not a fan of Kiss. You're a fan of Kiss branding. Right. So, I get that he's a marketing genius. This is going to make him a shit ton of money, I'm sure, going to 7-Elevens in various regions of the country and signing his own soda brand. And my understanding is Like, you can't bring in outside items for him to autograph. You can't bring the Gene Simmons solo CD. You can't bring your copy of Destroyer. You can't, or Psycho Circus or whatever. You can't bring these things. You have to buy the soda and have that signed.
Yeah.
That is like, but this is 100% true. Tomorrow, you can go to 7-Eleven in Niagara Falls and meet Gene Simmons for $20.
That's pretty cool.
Gene Simmons is now in Virgil territory, and Virgil, for those of you who don't know, is the former manager of the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, whose career has fallen so deeply that he will do anything for $20, basically.
Oh dear.
You want him to follow you on Twitter? Pay him $20. I'm thinking maybe we can offer him $20 to do an interview on Board Wrestling Fan. I don't know. But yeah, $20 you can get Virgil to do anything, and it's seeming like Gene Simmons is getting there too. But the difference being Gene Simmons doesn't actually need the money. Gene Simmons is just like, hey, this is something to do. I might as well get paid for it.
Right.
All right. So yesterday I shared a thing from like the Hard Times or Metal Sucks or something, which was a thing about a kid whose world changes when they go to school for the first time, being raised by strict rockabilly parents. And I'm looking for that right now, actually, so I can tell you exactly what it was. It was from the Hard Times. Child of rockabilly couple constantly wondering what the fuck is going on. So there's that. And that, of course, the first thing that popped in my head is, man, I really want to listen to Kickstart Rumble. And which I posted on Facebook, and Kickstart Rumble replied, haha, love it. So, they know it's all in good fun. I think we're going to go with this one track from their EP, Kickstart Rumble. Their album, Kickstart Rumble, that came out in 2015. This is a song I don't think we've played on the show, so that's why I'm picking it. And this song is called Gallows Pole on All WNY ThinkSoJoe Show, Kickstart Rumble. Kickstart Rumble on All WNY ThinkSoJoe Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm being tagged in all kinds of stuff on Facebook right now, so I'm just like all over the place here. I recently sent my Board Wrestling Fan co-host an action figure because I bought one for him and didn't realize how expensive it was going to be to ship to him. And so finally I just said screw it and ordered one on eBay and had them ship it to him. And then after the fact, I found out, I could have sent it for cheaper. But hey, Charles Barkley's hanging out in our dining room.
Yeah.
I had to like brush some cobwebs off him yesterday.
Yeah, don't remind me. I've been slacking.
No, don't bother me. You saw this house before you moved in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm here now.
Yep. So what did you guys think of Kickstart Rumble? Let me know. That's a killer band.
I really liked that.
That's a really good song. If you guys aren't really familiar with them, I say check out the songs "Change My Ways" and I Only Think About You Sometimes are like two of my favorite songs by them.
Cool.
So like when I posted that thing yesterday, like the first thing that popped in my head was the song "I Only Think About You Sometimes," and like. But then when I'm sitting here before the show and I'm like, I want to listen to some music before the show, I had my little device over here play the first song I mentioned there because I'm so awake right now I can. I mean, the thing is, I'm awake. I'm just not focused. I don't like because like okay, show's almost over. I got to kill another 20 minutes and then I can then I can watch NXT and I can watch the Mae Young Classic and then I can get to work. And hopefully it'll cool off a little bit by then, because it's pretty warm in here.
It is.
Which it shouldn't be, because it's hey, Google, what's the temperature?
The current temperature in Buffalo is 74.
Like, it's 74. It should be cooler. Hey, Google, what's the humidity?
The current humidity in Buffalo is 71%.
That's why.
Mm.
It's humid. It's not warm. It's humid.
Yes.
And I'm so sick of high humidity.
Yeah.
I just want it to fucking rain.
Right.
Like, it was nice. It was real nice when we shot that video, because it had just rained.
Yeah.
So it actually was still raining when we got out there.
Oh.
And I'm like, I had the light with the umbrella and all that. And I'm like, I might just use the umbrella for...
Yeah.
But then, like, we couldn't get the light to reach where we were. So it was like, you know what? Screw it. It's bright enough.
Yeah, it was.
And the video came out really well. So,
yeah.
You got Ryan and I shoving each other around and yelling about our own shows. Yeah. It was a fun video. It was nice to be able to put that all together as quickly as we did and to have, like, I think, like 1,200 views, close to 1,200 views now. And this was literally like 17 hours from conception to completion, and just like, to have it, Scott's been sharing it, and it's a boosted post. I encourage anybody go on All WNY, find the video, Facebook.com/All WNY, find that video, share it. Let's get that word out there because because in 2 weeks I don't want to hear, in like 2.5 weeks when the voting reopens, or whatever the case is, like 3.5 weeks, I think it is. Whenever the voting opens, I don't want to hear, well, we didn't know. No, you fucking knew. Either you fucking knew or you haven't been paying the fuck attention. That's why we made this video. Because, like, we were supposed to hand out flyers and we did a shitty job of that. And so, like, it's like, we want to get the word out there. We want to make sure people know that nominations are open, and that's why, like, hey, here's an idea. Let's me and Ryan push each other around, and then you come in and you say the name of your show, just trying to calm us down. We'll punch you in the gut, or whatever. We'll beat you up. And Scott's like, okay. And then shared the video, like, yeah, I was driving home yesterday, and I got a text like, me and Ryan want to beat you up. So I drove to Buffalo and got beat up. But yeah, we had fun shooting. We had fun, just going back and forth, like, what should we do? Basically it was just, we did it in 2 takes, and the only reason the first take didn't work is because Scott walked in and was just like, guys, here's the thing. And we're just like, you're saying that already? Like, we weren't expecting it. We were expecting to just be like, guys, listen. Listen, here's the thing. And then so a little behind the scenes on that ad for you.
There you go.
We had some fun. That was a nice little 3-man production. Just I'm so proud of myself because I thought up, wrote, arranged, shot, directed, produced, and acted in this video, this ad, this 30-second spot. And it worked out perfectly to 30 seconds, too. It was like, okay, it was like 29 point something seconds. It's like, all right, let me just pad this, end graphic out to 30 seconds.
There you go.
And it's just so well done, I thought, my opinion. For not being a guy who produces videos very often, I do my things you didn't know. And I'm going to start offering video production as a service for, I'll be your green screen host. My problem is I don't want people like sending me pro-Trump bullshit like, here, you got to talk about this on screen.
Can't you turn jobs down?
No, but I'm going to put in my description like I don't want. Well, you can, but it affects your rating. It affects your rating, and I don't want that. So I'm going to put in my description like no politics, because I don't want to sit here and be like have some kind of pro or anti-Trump agenda. I don't give a shit either way. Like, the guy's our president, we're stuck with him.
Right.
So if you support him, and you have good reasons for supporting him other than he's a Republican and he's going to make America great again, then sure, I support your decision to support this guy that I don't support. You know what I mean? Like, and to be fair, I didn't vote for Hillary either. I voted for Gary Johnson, the Libertarian candidate, and next time I will probably vote for Vermin. What was the guy's name? Vermin Supreme. Yes. Vermin Supreme, because he'll glitter bomb people at the debates. It's great.
And he'll give everyone a pony.
Everybody will get a free pony, and it'll be mandatory for people to brush their teeth.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Imagine how more smiley people would be.
Yeah.
If they
I'd be more smiley if I remembered to brush my teeth half the time.
Do I seriously have to remind you to brush your teeth?
No, I remember to brush my teeth most of the time.
Oh my God. I'm so glad I came into your life.
She was at work. She was at her sister's yesterday.
Yep.
And I'm just in the kitchen like, I'm hungry, but I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to eat. I ate like leftover macaroni and cheese, and then I was like still hungry, but I'm like, I don't want to make anything. But I'm hungry.
Speaking of eating, did you eat anything today? Because the lunch that I cooked for you this morning.
Yeah, I had some of that hamburger helper.
Oh, you left it all out. I thought you would put it back in the fridge.
It did not go you didn't put it in the fridge, so I just left it out.
It was too hot to put in the fridge.
Okay, so yes, I did eat a bowl of hamburger helper.
I'm really glad that you ate.
And you brought me eggs this morning in bed.
I know.
So I certainly ate today.
Okay.
I might make what's left of those raviolis.
I was thinking about raviolis for dinner.
I'm thinking that's a good idea. I got my tablet charged up, so I'll bring that in there and I'll cook the raviolis while watching NXT.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll find a spot to sit and watch the Mae Young Classic second episode of the first round.
Oh.
Guys, I bought a Nintendo DS.
Oh my God, let's talk about what's important.
I'm excited. I bought a Nintendo DS. So I was just like, we were at the thrift store, and you're wandering around, and I'm wandering around, and I know the last time I was there, I saw a pink Nintendo DS in, like, the jewelry case, and I'm like, well, there was no price on it. I'm like, I don't know if I would want a pink one. So this time I went, and there was a black one and a blue one. And I'm like, and you happen to want to look at something in the jewelry case.
I got my sister a necklace, and she liked it.
So we go over to the jewelry case. I'm like, while we're over here, can you tell me how much the Nintendo DSs are? And she pulls one out and shows me the bottom, and the label on it says $25. I said, yeah, screw it, I'll buy that. And
I'm glad you did.
Not thinking, like, it doesn't come with a charger, I need to make sure there's a stylus, I don't have any games for this thing.
Right.
And not thinking to, like, just be like, you know what, I'm going to hit the back of the line, let me go over and buy some games for this thing before we... and I didn't think to, like, turn it on, either.
I know.
So, like, my whole outlook was, like, there's a GameStop right here. So we walked over to GameStop, she's like, what kind of DS? I'm like, I don't know. So I take the thing out of the bag, she's like, oh, that's a DS Lite. She says, so you can play everything except for 3DS games. Like, okay, cool. So she shows us where the DS games were, and I'm looking at, like, Super Mario 64, and I'm looking for, like, new Super Mario Brothers, and, like, you know, all those, like, really, you know, high-end, you know, top name Nintendo games, and they're all, like, $35, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not spending $35 on that. I want it, but I don't want to spend that much.
Yeah.
So we went and I just bought like Brain Age 1 and 2, and then Brain Age 1 doesn't work, but I paid $1.99 for it, so who gives a fuck?
Yeah. It was a gamble to begin with.
It was, and like I didn't even know if the damn thing powered up when I bought the game. So,
True.
and I'm like, I gotta wait till I get a charger, so I ordered a charger, which came today, and it worked fine.
Oh, good.
But when we got home, I'm like, you know what? I hit the power button. And the thing fired right up and had a full charge.
That's so cool.
I'm like, holy crap. So that's when I tried, like, Brain Age 1 and it didn't work. Brain Age 2 worked. Like, it was a little wonky at first. Now it works fine.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a stylus, so I'm just tapping with my, you know, retractable pen. Like, it's retracted, so, like, I'm not poking at the screen with a pen or nothing. But that works fine, so I don't need to buy
Oh, that's good.
You know, don't need to get a stylus. If I ever want to trade it in, I know I need to buy a stylus, because I think that happened with my last DS.
Oh, really?
When I went to go trade it in, they're like, no, you need the stylus. So I had to buy a stylus to be able to trade in my DS to get money.
How funny.
But yeah, so I went on eBay, and I'm like, all right, let me look up, you know, Super Mario 64 DS. Let me look up new Super Mario Brothers DS. I found one guy who was selling both, and I got them for $12 each.
Nice.
And then I'm still sitting there and I'm like, you know what? Because this plays Game Boy Advance games too. Let me buy Super Mario Brothers Advance 4, which is Super Mario Brothers 3. So in the next 2 days, I've got 3 video games coming for this DS I just bought on a whim.
I'm never going to see you.
No, you'll see me. Just my face is going to be buried in my DS. It'll be just like now, except instead of my phone, I'll be buried in my DS because I've been playing Toon Blast on my phone. You're like out in the dining room with me, and I'm just sitting there playing, and I'm like explaining, like I'm in the middle of a timed, competition, and like I'm in first place right now, and I want to make sure I finish in first place, which I did.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Good.
I got 1,000 coins for that.
Great.
And then, they started a new competition, and also added in this, timed thing where the more you win, the more easier it makes the game for you. So it's they give you boosts at the start of levels. Like, oh, okay, cool. Now I'm going to keep playing. And then I would play until my phone died. And then I'm like, all right, time to charge my phone. Go be productive. Then I would do stuff, grab my phone, and start playing. So now you just have to deal with my DS playing.
Yeah.
Which I got it most for bus rides and...
Yeah, I know.
Stuff like that. But I also will probably be playing because, it's new.
I know.
It's shiny and new, and it works. And
I know.
I just wish I could get, the Game Boy Advance, card reader and get the cards for Super Mario Brothers 3 because there are, there's levels that you can... that are, new, but you need the Game Boy Advance card reader for.
Oh.
And, I don't know, I don't even know if that thing works with a DS. If anybody knows, let me know. I don't know shit about this thing. I just bought it. Hey, I've been wanting a DS. I'm sure I probably could have taken my kid's old DS Lite, because she has, the 3DS and all that shit now.
Oh, right.
And the Switch.
She's got everything.
Spoiled brat. Anyway, she is not a brat. My kid is awesome.
She's not a brat at all.
I told her, the last time she was over here before Music is Art, I was like, all right, next time you're here, we're going to a concert, and we're going to be there all day. And she's like, okay. Didn't question it, just okay, sure, whatever. But then, when you weren't feeling well, and you were like, I'm not going, she's like, I'm like, well, you can come with me, or you can stay home. She's like, yeah, I'm staying home.
I'm playing video games.
Watching YouTube, and then I have to come home and delete all the shit she watched on YouTube from my watch history so it's not popping up in my feed when I'm trying to go on YouTube and get recommended videos.
Just cat videos, Minecraft videos.
Oh no, she watches YouTubers. So she watches.
I noticed that she was watching somebody.
Yeah.
Gosh, what did they do? It was like they looked at kids' homework.
Oh yeah, that was in there, and she went to the one went to Target was in my watch history. Like, ooh, I get to watch this YouTube personality go to Target. Woo. Should I bring my camera next time I go to Target? I mean, I'll probably be buying balloons.
You know what we should do is we should wear khakis and red T-shirts and go to Target.
Oh man, have you ever seen Improv Anywhere?
No.
So there's this group called Improv Anywhere, and they legit did that at a Best Buy.
Really?
They're a flash mob, and they'll get people together. They'll just put out like a Craigslist ad or something like, show up at this place wearing this. And so they all showed up at Best Buy wearing, there's like 50 people who showed up at a Best Buy wearing a blue polo and khakis.
Wow.
Yeah. I think that was in like New York City or something. That's a YouTube video that's out there.
That's pretty great.
Yeah. So no, I'd be okay with that. That'd be fine with me. No, I went to Target one time, and it must have been winter time because I was wearing my red 49ers hat.
Yeah.
And I, that's a winter hat, so I wear it during the winter. So I'm wearing my red 49ers hat, I'm wearing khakis, and the girl goes, "Oh, you work here, don't you?" I said, no. She said, "Oh, well, you look like you could work here because you got the red and you got the khakis." I'm like, the khakis are because I'm going to work at my actual job, which is not Target. And the red is because, go Niners. But I am wearing a black shirt underneath my jacket. I'm not wearing red all my entire upper half of my body. So, no, I don't work here, but, I would think you working here would know that I don't work here.
Right. You would think so.
And that girl became one of my best friends. No, not in real life, though. Like, she has called me her best friend, though.
Really?
Yeah. Don't
what?
You got this look on your face. Really?
Your best friends.
No, I would go through a line and she'd be like, "Hey, best friend."
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's cute. Was she pretty?
She's okay. I'm pretty sure
was she Becky Lynch?
She was not Becky Lynch.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that she was out of my my age range anyway. So.
Was she a cougar?
No, she was younger.
Oh, she was young.
My age range was always they have to be closer to my age than my kid's age. So like, somebody who's 18, it does not fall into that category because they're 4 years older than my kid, but they're
a lifetime younger than you.
Like 18 years younger than me. So it's like, yeah, okay, no, I can't do that. So, like, yeah, I don't know if that girl fell into my age range or not, so it was irrelevant anyway. But, yeah, that's, which, the age range for who you're allowed to date, it's supposed to be half your age plus 7. So, actually.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, it's half your age plus 7. Which actually seems to work out about the same age range as my, close to my age, to my kid's age. So it was a good gauge of, like I can date somebody who's, when I was single, I could date somebody who was like 25, but I couldn't date anybody who was like 23.
Right.
But luckily I found somebody who's closer to my age.
I'm like way closer to age.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do words today.
No, neither can I. Which is great because I got to read after this. Well, I'm not reading until like 10 o'clock, so.
You'll be awake by then.
I'm sure I will be awake by then.
We'll get some Pepsi in you.
Yeah.
Line it.
Well, last night I was like, I did some work, and then I was done with work. And I started getting some of these jobs that are now in my inbox today. But I'm like, all right, I'm just going to go to bed because it's like getting close to 3 o'clock in the morning. And I knew you had to work today, so it was like, all right, let me go to bed. So I went to bed, and I'm like, all right, and I fell asleep right away, which is weird because I slept like during the afternoon yesterday, and I slept at night the night before. Like, I've been sleeping a lot lately, and it's weird because I don't sleep this much. But I think a lot of it is making up for that 1 hour I got last Saturday before your cat woke me up.
Why is she my cat?
Because she was bad.
She's so cute, though.
She's so adorable. She gets away with everything.
I know.
I'm sleeping. I finally fell asleep. I was trying to sleep, and I couldn't sleep. I finally fell asleep. Next thing I know, there's pop splashed all over me. I'm like, what the hell? All right, we got to get out of here. We got one more song for you tonight.
Cool.
This is from a band called Ish Kabbible, and we're gonna. I'm gonna pick we'll go with this one. This one's called Dat Tune on All WNY. ThinkSoJoe Show. We'll see you next week right here on All WNY.